We're learning. Oh, hey, we're live. Hi.
Ah,
Hello, everyone. We've started almost exactly on time, and that's very exciting. I have no idea if you can hear me. I don't know what I'm doing. All I know is I'm here with my SD best friends, and here they are. Hey, it's
Hi.
Frank. It's Janine. Hey, what do you got there, Janine? What's going on?
I'm just having a pint and waiting for this whole thing to blow over.
By this whole thing, you mean exactly?
This whole quarantine situation.
Okay.
Yes.
Frank, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm doing good. I haven't gone outside at all today, so I'm
Okay.
really proud of myself. But I don't have a pint.
Yeah.
Maybe I have a pint of ice cream in the freezer. I don't know.
I just got a pint of ice cream in the freezer today. It's very exciting. We can discuss that a little bit later, but I do want to say we do have an extra special guest joining us now on the stream. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the hot man. Oh, yeah.
Oh my.
Hello.
goodness.
Are you sure that's not Willy Wonka?
Oh man.
I am loving this outfit. I am loving it.
Wow.
Thank you for also
Wow.
putting your name as the hot man.
I'm not Brandon Hanna. I'm Willy Wonka.
Oh.
Okay, Michael Scott. That's,
That outfit is like, just I want to know what is all this? What's happening? Please tell me. I love it. Brandon?
okay. He
I don't
doesn't even know what's going on.
The internet is really terrible, so I can hardly understand what you're saying.
Oh man, someone put it in
Damn
the
it.
chat.
So is this casual Fridays for Brandon? Is this how it normally goes? Casual Friday, Brandon. This is what you dress like. Okay, good, cool.
Yes.
This is phenomenal.
All right, well,
This is-
ladies and gentlemen,
yeah,
this is our
great.
first episode of SD Best Friends. SD, I mean, that's open to interpretation. Could be social distancing friends. Could be standard deviation friends.
Mhm.
Could be, I don't know, standard definition. Is that another one too?
Sure. Yeah, standard definition.
Sure.
Lower than the high definition.
SD,
But,
Yeah.
HP,
yeah.
you know, could be Schmoedown friends. I don't know. Could be any of those things.
San Diego
could be
friends.
Any of this. San Diego friends.
Yeah.
It could be Shaun of the Dead friends. I'm
Shaun
wearing
of
my
the
Shaun. I'm wearing my Shaun name tag. I have
Look
my
at you.
cricket bat. I have my
Look at you.
pints. I'm ready to go.
All I know is we will be discussing a little bit of Schmoedown later. The matches that aired this week, not too much in depth because Frank has another show of which he goes into a lot of depth. So
Yes.
that's all
Yeah,
I know.
that's true. Oh, yeah.
Did you forget about that?
No, yeah. No, I still have to edit the damn show still, so to be ready for tomorrow at 6 a.m. Pacific time.
You got this. You got this.
Yeah, it's easy. It's easy. It's easy. Well, he's gone. Okay.
Bye, Brandon. We'll see you later. Maybe you'll return at another time. I hope so. I think he was a little nervous about his connection because he was saying that it just wasn't up to par. So, but that outfit,
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
he was nervous about. Maybe he was more nervous about the outfit.
if that's all we get, that's all
internet.
we need.
The internet couldn't handle the outfit, is what it
Oh,
was.
no.
His
It's too
internet
hot.
was-
It's too hot.
Too hot. Burn the wires down. Yeah.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm learning how to do the StreamYard, which is what we are using right now, and I learned how to do something called banners.
Oh.
So I'm gonna try to do this. I also am maybe learning how to pop out a chat, so we'll figure that out. But here's what I
Okay.
wanted to talk about right now: the last movie you saw in theaters. You got to think way back.
Actually,
Yeah, actually. I think is ours the same, Frank?
yes, it is.
Oh, okay. Tell me about this, please.
Me and Frank saw The Invisible Man before
Yeah.
everything went to shit.
I also saw The Invisible Man
Hey!
before
Yay!
everything went to S. So what was that experience like? First of all, where did you guys meet up? Like, was this in Burbank where we kind of are close to I'm adding Brandon in. We're discussing
Hello.
The Invisible
Look at that.
Man right now, Brandon.
Hello, did you get your golden tickets?
That's better. I've got the golden tickets.
Was it Grandpa Joe?
my
Did Grandpa
I've got
Joe
the
mess up your
golden
connection?
tickets in my hand.
Oh wow, look at you, fancy.
Yeah, I apologize for my terrible internet connection. My computer's trash, so I'm on my phone now. Woohoo!
You sound
Nice.
good. You sound
Yeah.
good though.
Thank you.
Good.
When in
We're
doubt, use
talking-
your phone.
We're talking about the last movie we saw in theaters. Frank and Jean were talking about seeing The Invisible Man. We're picking up on what is happening with them. So where did you see it?
So we were in Santa Monica.
Yes.
Saw it there, and there was probably about 7,
Other
8 people in the theater.
Okay. When
It was a nice
it?
theater. Well, yeah, when was 2
Like
weeks ago?
2 weekends. Yeah, 2 weekends ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
The last taping, I think, the last studio taping that we had.
Nice. I saw
was
it on
on
like a random Tuesday by myself. That's what I do. See movies alone. It's
I love seeing movies alone.
Me too.
it's good. It's
Movies
good.
by yourself is sorely underestimated. It's kind
It's-
of enjoyable.
It's really weird when I go with somebody now because I'm like, dude, you're like cramping my style. Like,
Oh, sorry.
I
Sorry.
got my routine.
I was like, yeah, I got my routine, like to set up, like to have the recliner at a 45-degree angle, not too far, not too deep, just right. And if somebody sits next to me, then I'm like, well,
Oh,
this whole trip is ruined.
Kills the illusion
Yeah.
of being alone.
No, yeah. There you go.
Welcome.
See, I'm learning how to do things. Brandon, what's the last thing you saw in theaters?
I believe it was The Way Back.
Ooh,
Oh. Okay. Was that any good at all?
I enjoyed it.
you did? Okay.
Did you
I did
cry?
enjoy it.
Did you cry, Brandon?
Like maybe a little at the end.
Mhm.
Was it a big old speech that he gives? And you're like,
Yeah, very motivational.
no?
I mean, he does give a speech at some point in the movie,
Right.
but I don't know if it's not like motivational in the traditional sense, like Kurt Russell in Miracle, where it's very inspiring. It's just mostly Ben Affleck like yelling at these kids and saying a lot of swear words, but it works.
It works. So swearing
right.
works. Gonna write that down. Swearing works. All right.
And I also saw The Invisible Man. That was the last thing that I saw, like I said, on Tuesday. I heard you're in the film, Brandon. Is that right?
Yes, I am the Invisible Man.
Oh. Wow. Good job.
Turns out you don't get the same amount on royalty checks when you're invisible.
Mm,
Okay.
dun, dun, dun.
All right.
That is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
It is.
I thought it was a pretty good film.
I loved it.
Social commentary wise, I
Yeah.
Yeah.
thought it was pretty on. But now it's like, I think you can watch it if you have Prime. I feel like you can watch it for $0 on Prime.
No, I think it's
So-
still $20.
It's $20.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
all
To
right.
rent.
It's like The Hunt,
Okay.
Invisible
That's not
Man,
bad.
and
Emma.
Emma.
Yeah.
Do you only get 24 hours? Is that 48?
I think it's 48.
That's nice. That's good.
But you can buy
But I think-
Onward for 20, right?
Yeah. I was just gonna say that.
Or they're gonna
yeah.
put it on. They're gonna put it on Disney Plus in April, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so wait. Just wait.
Disney Plus. That reminds me, what are you streaming?
Okay.
Get that segue, guys.
That's yeah. There's a
I haven't
lot.
done this in a long time, okay?
No, that was
I've
good.
Not posted.
That was good. So there's a lot of Curb, Sopranos.
Yeah. Is there anything new to you that you're streaming that you're like, I've never watched this before. This is great.
Well, it's a new season of Curb. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, there you go.
What else is there? Well, I guess the last one of the actually here. Well, this one's kind of sad to admit, but I've seen it now. I had never seen fully, Sleepless in Seattle. I watched that for the first time. Yeah, so that was good. I liked it. Yeah.
I've been watching Love Is Blind.
Oh,
Yes.
you know who else has been watching Love Is Blind?
Hey,
Okay, someone told me like on Instagram that I look like one of the girls, and I was like, they said this girl but cuter, and I was like, okay, well, thanks. Like I don't, thanks. I have no idea. I don't watch it, so
Yeah, it's a bit addictive. Amanda McCouga, my good friend Amanda McCouga, she told me about it, and yeah, she got kind of hooked on it. So yes, I've been addicted to.
So they get married? I don't.
They talk to each other. They it's kind of like speed dating at first, and then when they kind of establish a connection with someone, like they can't see each other, so they just kind of decide to like have set dates with these people that they like, and then they talk, and then they get to know each other, and then if they actually want to see each other, then they have to propose and decide to get married. And usually it seems like it's happening in about a week's time, where the guy's like, oh my gosh, I'm in love. Oh my gosh, I love you too. And then they propose, and then they see each other for the first time. And then they ultimately have like a wedding date planned. And yeah, it's crazy.
Why would anyone agree to ever go on this show?
I don't know. And of course, all the people are so attractive, so it doesn't matter anyway.
I mean, right. You got to think you're on that type of show.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't care. They're probably good looking to begin with.
Yeah, so everyone's pretty good looking on that show. So nothing to really fear.
On the show looks like me.
Essentially, yes. Well, they're not as hot as a hot man. So
I mean, look with you with like this get up you have on, like look like this, or.
This is how I dress to go to work, to my chocolate factory. Friend.
Yes, I wasn't sure if it was that or if it was Dumb and Dumber that we were referencing at first with this outfit, but I'm good with it.
Wait, can I ask a question real quick about Willy Wonka?
You just did.
Yeah, it says Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, but he makes more than just chocolate. Why isn't it just Willy Wonka and the Candy Factory?
Maybe he started with chocolate.
He's known for the chocolate. That's the main thing.
Famous for the chocolate.
But is an everlasting gobstopper chocolate? I don't think so.
No, that's not the main thing. That's like a new.
Those haven't been released to the public yet, so they're not canon.
You know nothing, Frank.
Wonka canon. My goodness. Oh, jeez.
Well, isn't it? Well, never mind. I had something about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but you're right. You're right. There's more candies. I don't know what to say. Whoa! It's the Witch Project, guys.
Couldn't handle the hotness. Couldn't handle the hotness.
No, couldn't. You know, we're making do what we have here, people.
Oh, God. Wow.
Oh, my God.
That was... Okay.
That was amazing. All right. What
Chocolate pays the bills.
That's right.
That's right, Charles.
That's great.
Hold, please.
Oh, jeez. What is he doing?
Okay.
Is he like changing now? I swear to God. If he changes into an Oompa Loompa outfit, I'm going to lose it.
Remove him from the stream for a moment just so we can discuss. I wonder if that mutes it, like, to him, like if he can't hear us or what. But anyways.
So we should talk about him? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's right. I have been watching The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Yes, it's so good, right?
So I just found it. Here's the problem. Okay, I got kids. I got
that
things
first
going
episode.
on. I got things going. Well, here's the thing. I was watching this episode, and I get 4 episodes in, and I'm like, I just feel like I'm looking up certain things. I'm looking for Carrie Elways. Like, why I look at his IMDb and I'm like, season 3. And then I'm like, oh no. I started with season 3.
Oh, no!
I actually haven't watched season 3 yet. So
it's good.
I really like it.
I think really I have time now, so I might.
So did you watch all of season 3 before you realized?
Well, see, I'm at the point where I'm like, do I continue with season 3 and then just go back to 1 and 2?
I think you got to start over.
Start from the beginning.
Or do I stop here and go to
stop there and go back?
I'm liking season 3.
And you're missing Zachary Levi. He's doing good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
That did it.
Yes.
He is one of my favorites.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm streaming that. I also weekly will watch Schitt's Creek, which is going to be ending like in a few weeks. So I'm kind of sad about that. It's closing up.
Oh, I've heard that's good. I've been meaning to. It's on my list.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that as well.
That's what I'm streaming. Brandon, welcome back. What are you streaming?
Yes, thank you. Well, first I propped a piece of Trident layers underneath my phone.
Was that the one I got for you?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Is it,
Was it the
it's too far
pineapple?
away.
Was it
Maybe, I
the
have so
pineapple
many.
green apple that I
It wasn't.
recommended?
It wasn't.
No.
It was whatever one was at
Damn.
the liquor store.
So it's good for gum chewing. It's good for a source of payment when you don't have any money, and also it's good for propping up your phone when you're using it as a webcam to
Yes.
stream stuff.
Yes.
Wow.
Did you chew it first, or did you just prop it up there?
It's still in the wrapper.
Okay. I figured you probably wouldn't be the type that would chew it up first and then stick it down so you could stick it. You know,
Oh,
that doesn't
gosh.
seem like a hot man thing to do.
No, only in a time of desperation would I do such a thing.
Right.
Like in that scene in Saving Private Ryan, where he's like trying to like put the mirror on the knife. That's
Mhm.
Yes.
that's what came to my mind.
Like,
I don't know.
if Germans were shooting at me, then yes. I would.
You would do that.
yeah.
I was just thinking of The Rocketeer. That is all. Just because I saw it for the first time finally
Ooh.
Me
maybe
too.
a month ago.
Yeah.
Kelly
so
took me to
good.
watch it,
Damn.
and It was great. I want to
Directed
cosplay
by
as Jennifer Connelly.
Joe Johnston, who also did Jurassic Park 3. Yeah.
Schmoedown.
All right.
We do have a super chat that I want to get to because it came in before the show even started. And
Wow,
now I
fancy.
can't see it anymore. I can't see it anymore. What do I do about that? It was like
I
something.
can read it.
Okay, thank you.
It
Thank
just
you.
sounds like free money to me.
I
It's
don't know
from
where-
Movie Fanobi. I can see it. It's from Movie Fanobi. And he says, miss you around the Schmoedown, Brienne. Cosplay rocked. You're great on the desk. Good luck with guitar. Make Janine sing. Both of you sing. Lovely.
Okay, so make you sing first, then both of us sing, or both of
I
us
think
sing.
We both sing. We both sing lovely. I think was
Oh, we
just an
both
after
sing lovely.
compliment.
Got it.
Yes.
Make you sing.
Make me sing, and we both sing lovely.
All right. Turn down your headphones. Here we go.
Oh gosh, what am I gonna sing?
Ready.
You don't want to sing Pure
Cheer up,
Imagination?
Charlie.
Cheer up, Charlie. I made cabbage stew.
Come on.
I don't know what to sing. Like
I don't know the rest of the words.
that's the worst song in the whole movie.
I don't even know what movie we're talking about. I just hear Kevin sometimes sing it to me when I'm feeling down, and I'm like, what is this?
Does he really?
Seriously?
Charlie. Does he even switch the words out? Like, cheer up, Brienne. That doesn't. No. He just
She said, cheer up,
calls it Charlie.
Wow, that's so lazy.
Okay, sing a song.
Okay.
Wait, what is it from?
It's from Willy Wonka and the
Okay,
Chocolate. It's like some random song that his mom sings while she's doing laundry.
shows how much I've seen that film.
It's a classic.
What do you want me to sing?
What is your heart desire?
Oh my gosh.
No. I'm taking requests.
Let's
All right.
let's see what the chat has to
Yeah.
say.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
And for Janine, and we'll pick one.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you. Brandon, what have you been streaming?
Well, I've been like mixing streaming and Blu-rays, you know. So I gotta try to remember, what did I stream and what did I watch on Blu-ray? We streamed Midsummer the other night
Oh,
for the first time.
that's a bleak one. Bleak
Yes.
one.
Mm-hmm.
Very well
then
done.
we watched Hereditary last night.
Okay. Oh, back to back.
What
Oh,
is
yeah.
wrong with you?
Marathon.
Wow.
Marathon.
Are they both by Asker?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Schmoedown.
I liked Hereditary a bit more.
I don't know which one I like more. Well, I like
Right.
Midsummer.
Hereditary gets kind of goofy, and I like that. Midsummer is just like, nah, this is messed up.
What?
You think Hereditary gets goofy?
I mean, like all the naked people, yeah, it does get a little.
Well, I mean, like-
I mean, like what? Why?
Naked people,
Why?
okay, whatever. But like this family is going
They are
through
naked
a
people.
a traumatic experience, and you think that's goofy. All right, it's okay.
I just want to
Well,
know.
I don't want to
yeah.
spoil anything, but the ending gets
Well,
a little goofy.
Okay, in the manner of speaking, yes, but not like in your traditional sense of goofy.
Well, yeah, like look at this.
I saw that movie at a Burbank AMC with Alex Marzonia, and I have no idea who else was with us. Was it you? No, wasn't you.
I was not there.
Who was that? Anyways, and I was like, well, that's a film at the end of it.
Yeah.
Well,
Did you say
that
it was
a
fine?
film.
It's fine.
I didn't say it was fine.
It's
I was
fine.
just like,
Yeah, it's fine.
huh.
Well, that's the same thing. Just without saying the word.
That's my catchphrase. I say,
It's
it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. Everything is fine.
Everything
Everything is awesome. That's what you should
Oh boy.
say.
Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Yeah.
Everything is awesome. All right, I'll stop because I wasn't requested to sing. So.
But he said you sing lovely, so I think it counts.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's get on to our next topic, which is your social distancing experience
Oh.
and daily routine. Here's
Oh,
what I
boy.
want to know.
Very topical.
This is true. Hereditary was a movie. That's right, Rachel.
It was on a big screen. It was. That's what they do. All right, so I'll just my social distancing. I'm trying to keep on track here. I'm just trying to keep on
Brandon,
track. You weirdo.
only you. Only
Oh
you.
man. All right. Well. All right. Floor is yours, Jenny.
Oh.
Well, I live with a Mr. Machine, and he's been sick, so
Oh.
I've been sleeping in the other room. So that's been fun. Sad, very sad.
That is sad.
Yes,
But you still have to go to work, right?
I do. So
Because you work in an essential field.
well, it's a surgical hospital, so it's like elective kind of surgeries, knees and backs and shoulders and things. So it's not like I'm surprised we haven't like shut down yet, because I mean these are things that people that aren't really
Could get later.
vital. Yeah. So we're still open. So I don't know. We'll see what happens when I'm done with my 6-day vacation.
Nice. Brandon, what have you been up to?
Just working from home, hanging out. They tried to entice me with free ice cream at work today, but I didn't take the bait. I stayed home.
Good job. Good job.
Wow. What kind of ice cream are they offering is a real question.
I don't know. It's
Oh.
probably just like ice cream sandwiches.
But did they
or, like,
really? Did they
some
really
sort of
dangle that
sorbet.
carrot?
Yeah.
Ice cream.
Like if you come into work today,
Screen.
you'll get free ice cream. That's what they said to you in an email.
That's literally what they said.
Well, it was like for an occasion, but yeah.
Happy
What was the
Friday!
occasion? What was
Happy
the occasion?
Happy Friday! Who knows? Like
Someone's birthday?
We
For
get some
an occasion?
corporate milestone
Okay.
or whatever.
And you still have
I
to
don't
go in
know.
too, right? Or no? Are you done?
Only if I physically have to be there for something, which thankfully I haven't had to in the last
That's
2
how it
days.
works. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good. But your work is still working, is basically the rundown of that.
Yes. Nothing will stop us.
Did you just say
Wow.
rundown? I could
Yeah.
sing.
I heard it. I wasn't gonna say anything, but yeah.
You're supposed to
Pluto.
sing Cheer Up Charlie. Okay. Frank, what's your daily routine?
This one's tough.
Yeah,
it's
because
tough, 'cause-
you've been doing the same thing every day, right?
Yeah, it's getting pretty depressing. I wake up. Well, I go for a run, and then when I go outside though, I run away from everybody. So it's really good. So that's really good. Sometimes I run too far when I run away from everybody, and then I have to run back. So that hasn't been great. But surprisingly, it's kind of crazy because there's actually a lot of people out there. I'm surprised, but I can't really talk because I'm out there. So, but then when I go to work, because I work at an airport, I take the bus to LAX, and there's not that many people on the bus, so that's nice. But then I have to work around everybody else at the airport, and so far so good. I'm still here,
All right. Congratulations.
Yeah. So
Congratulations. I am still here as well, surprisingly. I'm on day 7 of isolation at this point. So it's been, I now teach homeschool, but I also have a job that I have to do from home. So I'm doing both at the same time. which is difficult. And I got all of the materials for the next few weeks for my daughter's school, and I thought I was going to cry because it's just so much. I was like, teachers need to just chill, just calm the F down. There's like, I know we're in dire a situation, but like my hair is not on fire and it doesn't need to be. And like, we need to just let it go. But there is so much work. And she has like 2 Zoom meetings next week every day for like instruction, which is fine. But the rest of it is like, they basically book me out for an entire educational day. And I was like, I can't do like 6 hours of school with my child at home. Like, that's not how homeschool actually works. Like, it's not. That's a lot. So we've got that. We have like, I schedule everything. So it's like in the morning, we go on a walk together, and then we come back and do math, and then we have a quiet time break, and then we have lunch, and it's a lot of scheduling. A lot of scheduling, and I'm going crazy. We have 2 outdoor times like a day, but
well, it's like prison.
I know, it's like yard time.
Yard time. It's like he's got our own episode of Oz every day. All right, get out to the yard.
Tyler, I work with homeschool kids. That's like my job, is to be their teacher of record. So I'm like, I know what these kids do. Like, they're not doing full like 6-hour days, like back to back of work. It's different when you're at home. So anyways, that's my life.
Is that how you get rid of your wall? Is that how you get rid of your wall in your outside time? Like Andy Dufresne?
Just chipping away.
Chipping away.
Andy Dufresne. That's like the 5 football kids.
Oh, I hear my son crying. It's very exciting. He's going to come down here.
No, you just got to ignore it. Just ignore it. You'll be fine.
I just got it. Okay. Hey, Brandon, you're here. It's time for us to discuss your.
Oh, man. Well, so much for best friends.
How are you going to do him dirty like that?
Sorry. I said we were going to talk about Schmoedown stuff at some point.
That's right.
Because that may be the SD, maybe it's not. But anyways. Brandon, I just watched your match the other day, and I thought that you were very elegant in everything that you did.
Yes.
That's a good word. I would say elegant. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes. It reminds me of the scene in Miss Congeniality when he's teaching her how to glide. And I was like, Brandon is gliding.
Yes. He was also hiding donuts under his dress.
That's right. That's what I'm hoping for. Just
that'd be great.
You know what, Brandon, I would think it would be ice cream. But that would probably get a bit
a little messy.
A bit messy. So what's up next for you, Brandon, with this match?
What's up?
Do we know? Do we know what happens next?
I don't think we know anything anymore.
Nothing? We know nothing.
So what happens now?
Cheer up, Brandon.
At least you changed the name. That's more.
Yeah, there you go.
I think. What is next?
What is next?
I will.
Well, honestly, we actually don't know because
we really don't.
What you think was next could be changed. So
that's true.
Basically,
Frank, you sound like you know something.
Yeah, you'll hear about it tomorrow morning on Schmoedown Rundown.
Okay, cool. Check it out.
Whoever I play next is gonna lose.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
That's what's gonna happen. That's definitely how it happens. I'm looking at. I was like looking at my notes. I write notes for every single match, every single thing, every single competitor. It's my notebook of Schmoedown. And what you got against Hellboy, my friend?
Yo, it's true.
That was just one of those things. I don't know. Oh, please don't fall, phone. I've known the answer. I've known Selma Blair at some point in my training. It just wasn't there
When
on
you
game
needed
day.
it to be.
Yeah, it just, I knew no amount of JTE was gonna make it
gonna
pop
bring
in my
that.
head. So strategically, I just decided not to repeat the question and just take the hit.
You might as well.
Obviously, I knew Chandru was going to get his bonus. So I'm like, all right, it's going to be a 2-point deficit, but that's not impossible.
Right.
But then you just got to take the hit and move forward. And it just sucks. Sometimes you just don't know the answers, no matter how much you know, no matter how much you study.
That's true.
You're gonna get something you don't know. It's inevitable.
Do you guys feel that the extra point offered? I've always had a problem with the extra point offered. We'll just discuss that later. But I always have a problem with the extra point. Do you guys feel that the extra point question is not hard enough in general?
I don't know. That's hard to say. I think yes and no. I don't know. I haven't really looked at it. I mean, because actually there are players like Bibbs, for instance. He gets it like half the time he ever gets a perfect round. So you look at someone like that who like gets it like half the time. Then there's other people who get it who've gotten it like Chance. I think he's done it like 4 or 5 times. He's got it. I think he's only missed it once. So I think it's pretty random in that aspect.
Yeah.
I think for me, what's difficult is like when you play at a high level in Inner Geekdom and you miss one question in round 1, it could very easily become a 2-point deficit by missing one thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Which it's tough, but I don't know. I don't know if there's anything wrong with the current format or if anything could be done to improve it.
So are you saying, do you think it should be harder? Because it's a bonus, it's like an extra thing, so they should kind of work for it a little bit. Is that what you're?
That's what I think. I think it should be more like a 5-point level. I mean, when you have that one match where it's asking Jeff Snyder, like, what is the name of the youngest son in 7 Brides for 7 Brothers? Like, that is a really hard question. Like, I know that answer, but I know 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. Like, if you have like, and then you're asking someone else who starred in this film, I just feel like that's I feel like more questions should be like the 7 Brides for 7 Brothers rather than the who starred in this film sort of thing. But that's just, and again, I have a major bias about.
I'm sorry. Can I just say one thing? I can't look at Brandon's box in the chat. He's just dressed. He's dressed like that. He's dressed like that, and I can't. I look down there, and he's talking serious, and he's got this purple suit on, like he's half Prince, half Willy Wonka, and I'm just. I'm sorry, Brandon. It's cracking me up. I'm sorry.
Frank, I need you to come with me. And you'll be in the world of your imagination.
Yeah, I guess I'll just stop looking at Brandon's box, guys. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, square. What do we call it? His area of screen? I don't know.
His quadrant.
His quadrant.
This is my Hollywood square.
Yeah. Circle gets a square.
Oh man. Anyways, that's my issue of the extra point.
I think like weeks like we had this week where there's 2 perfect rounds and like it kind of gets brought more to the forefront when it happens in back-to-back matches, and both players, Paul and yourself, Brandon, play really good first rounds where you miss one, and then you end up down 2 points in some pretty big matches. So weeks like this week certainly bring it more to the forefront. So I get it, but at the same time, I think maybe the bonus question rather should be a little bit more difficult. But again, I guess it's more subjective again, in terms of.
I'm thinking more plot specific.
Sure.
Within a film rather than just surface level.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can have hard surface level questions, but at the same time, yeah.
Especially if they're like working to make round 1 kind of easier so that people can play along at home, then I definitely think it's fair to make that bonus question a little bit more difficult.
Yeah. That's my thought. my thoughts on that. Anyways, any final words on this match, Brandon?
Well, I may not have won, but I was clearly the best looking competitor.
Nobody can argue that.
No one is going to argue that.
I will say one thing.
Are you arguing that?
No, not.
Okay,
well,
okay, thank you.
No.
All right.
No, it was a great suit. I will say that. Look, I'm going to promote the rundown just a little bit.
Yes, of course.
I do talk about some of the stuff that was pulled in that match, and I don't know what everyone thinks. I saw some of the comments pertaining to one Chandru, so I do have a particular take on it. And if you want to hear about it, well, you gotta have to watch the rundown.
I don't quite know the lead up to that because I want to have a take on it. Can I have a take on it?
You can have many takes. Take
We're,
away
like, right now, so I need to know like where are we going with that?
So the way that Chandru plays the game, I guess you could say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Smugly. Right. Okay.
Well, hey.
I mean, what?
You can say what you want to say. Sure.
Okay.
Many
Happy
definitions.
birthday. Hey.
Yeah, I didn't even know that till later today. I was like,
yeah, this is perfect.
Well, I'm glad I said what I said when I said it. So.
All right. Let's get into the other match that happened, which I just watched not that long ago. The singles match of this week. John Roca, Paul Oyama. I thought that was, it was okay. I came in, I knew what was going to happen because when you are best friends with SD people, you know what's going to happen. So I knew the outcome of the match, but I didn't know how it went down. And then when I went to click on the match and it was still going, it like automatically takes me to whatever time stamp it is. And it's like, Paul had just answered his 3-pointer incorrectly and now is going to his 5-pointer. And it was about funny people and who's Leslie Mann's
Husband.
By the way, if you haven't watched the match and you're in the chat and you're watching sorry. Maybe come back. So anyways, it's about that. And I didn't know. I was like, Paul Rudd, because Paul Rudd is her husband in at least 2 films. So I was like, oh, maybe it's him in my mind. And his answer was Jason Mantzoukas. And immediately I was like, there needs to be more questions about Jason Mantzoukas on the Schmoedown. Like, this is very important to me. Because I love Jason Mantzoukas. How Did This Get Made is one of my favorite podcasts.
I like that podcast as well.
So anyways, I wasn't expecting that outcome, actually. And both played very well.
Yeah.
Is this similar to your, does this mirror yours? Hold on.
How the first 2 rounds kind of played out? I think so.
This almost mirrors it almost exactly.
Yeah.
Very close. Yeah.
It is surprising that Rocco, if the matches are very similar, but Rocco is on the winning side. I think that's weird to me. So we should be equal because we were both drafted in the same round.
That's right. Would that be the 4th round? That's the 4th round?
I think so.
Was it the 4th round? Yeah.
I think it was the 4th. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. By the way, you hear it in the video, the chanting the 4th round Rocco. Who was all chanting that? Can you reveal? Do you know who was chanting that? Do you know?
Who are we asking?
Whoever was there.
Brandon was there.
Okay.
Brandon, spill it.
I wasn't physically inside the studio, so I don't know.
Really?
I was outside in the office.
You're one of those.
Area.
Yes,
okay.
I know.
Too cool to watch the taping.
Yeah.
Sees him all the time.
I was eating some of the free Cheez-Its,
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
that is important.
Yeah.
That is important. The ice cream cart was coming by, dinging the bell.
Yeah, I think Sean Sullivan was giving me some beard advice,
Okay.
Okay.
So he's been in the beard game a lot longer than I am.
Got to maintain that. That.
Of course.
Yeah. I can't remember. Do any of you remember what Roca's bonus question was? I know he got it right, but
Oh, what was it?
Anyone in the chat, if you remember as well.
Yeah, I'm sure someone knows. Look at me. I'm touching my face. Sorry, guys.
How dare you?
I'm sorry.
Wash your hands, please.
I don't remember what it was.
Okay.
That was in
Well, I
20
guess
seconds,
this-
Frank.
That was 20 seconds. What?
You're supposed to
for
sing
washing
"Cheer Up,
your
Charlie"
hands.
twice.
Oh.
Who directed Rock and
Cheer
Rolla?
up,
There we go.
Charlie.
See?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you,
That's right.
Gilbert.
And then he
Gilbert
tried to do a Bateman and act like he didn't know.
He knew.
Until he
Come on.
got to the one, and then
I was like,
if I know this,
If I know, yeah.
then obviously everyone knows.
I'm the litmus test. If I know,
so
then there's no reason you shouldn't know. None.
Fair.
So,
Fair. I did
Fair
like his
game.
pull. I liked his pull on the young adult. Young adult is a
Yeah.
category
Right.
of like just guessing a random
Oh, the
scene.
Greek
Like maybe
one.
he did know it, but I don't know if he did.
I don't think he
but
knew it. I don't think
I
he
love
did.
it.
well, he
That's
clearly
amazing.
didn't. But he guessed the South Carolina. You talking about the South Carolina one?
Yes.
Yeah, that was
That
a
was-
crazy guess.
That
And,
was a crazy guess.
but I will say Paul's pull of the fifth wave, that was a really good pull because
Yeah.
I remember when
I
the
don't
movie was
even
coming
know.
out, but it just like died as soon as it came out, and no one ever talked about it again. So that was a
Never
really good
heard
pull.
Trash.
again.
Yeah.
What about what?
Trash. That movie's trash.
Oh, I didn't
Every
see
young
it. I
adult
don't.
movie is trash.
Whoa,
Okay.
hold on.
I like the first Hunger Games.
I'm sorry. What?
Especially Twilight, right, Brian?
Listen, I'm not really a Twilight fan, but I was dragged to those films by my husband because he loves vampires.
Oh
Bless
God.
You
Oh,
got
boy.
it. We've all got it now.
Oh.
That's it. We're all dead.
That's it.
I didn't take my allergy medication today, okay?
All right.
I need to get out my cricket bat.
You're excused. You're excused.
Very irresponsible.
I'm in my room alone with the door closed.
What'd you
more
guys
do
think
want
of the?
from me?
What did you guys think of the post-match scene with Jen and Paul?
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting.
I thought it was very
Nice.
sweet. Well, in the chat, what did you think of that scene with Jen? And first of all, the camera in general looks a lot more higher quality. Have you guys noticed that for those scenes?
The scenes all year have been
A lot
up
better.
another level. Yeah. There's no more kind of like
Weird
shaky
cuts.
cam and
Weird cuts.
yeah. So I mean, hey, look, it is what it is, but
Yeah.
it looks a lot better now. But what I will say about that scene is it is interesting because, you know, Jen, she talks about how she was like rough on Oyama last year. Because I remember there was like a post in the Facebook group, and that's immediately what came to my mind. And obviously, there's some other somewhat behind the scenes things that became a little bit more public. And so I thought it was a really nice scene, a really touching scene,
Yeah.
because you know, I know Paul has worked on that aspect of the game/life or game life, if you will. I don't know how you really would, you know, quantify it, but and his post-match interview altogether, combined with that scene, I think really did a great job of showing Paul in a different light than what he was shown last year.
Right. I like the no jacket, no sunglasses
Sunglasses.
aspect. I think that works really well for him. Janine, sorry, I was talking on top of you.
No, that's okay. Some other people I think should take some cues from Paul Oyama. Just saying.
I'm sorry, Janine. Jeez.
We can take a hint.
I eat your lunch one time.
Okay, so the question I have, and maybe Frank, you know, what's up for next week? Because I have no idea. I mean, I looked at the schedule. There was maybe a singles match, but I can't remember. And it was supposed to be free for all. It's not anymore. So what's happening?
So Christian messaged me yesterday or the day before and said you kind of got to take down everything because he doesn't know what he's going to schedule. He talked about going to one match a week now due to the new stipulations here in California about the groups of people and stuff, because there were weeks to set up to shoot, but that can't happen anymore given what's going on now. So that's why you go to one match a week, and I think he's going to figure out what matches to air per week, because we were supposed to get Butcher Boys and the Pride next week, I would like to think that's still going to happen. That might be the only match next week, but
Okay.
I don't
Makes
know
sense.
for sure. Yeah, I don't know for sure. So maybe he pushes everything back, a week, 2 weeks, whatever it was. So he hasn't sent me anything to update the site because if you didn't know, I update the schedule on the site. So as soon as he figures that out, it'll go up on the site, and I'm sure he'll put out a post and all that stuff. And we'll see on Monday, I think, or we'll find out Sunday maybe what's going to happen.
I am all for releasing some of those exhibition matches from last year, like as, just kind of little breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
Here.
Something, yeah.
Although on one match that I called, it was like specific to how things were being released. So like I knew where the standings were for the factions. And so now if there's things that are messed up, it's going to be like me looking like an idiot. Can't wait.
Yeah. That's a good point, though.
I did all this homework.
Corona!
Damn you, coronavirus. Cheer up, John.
Somebody didn't know what that was from, and he just sings up to you all the
time. That's funny.
Oh, Anyways, that's all I've got. But I had an idea. Depending on if the show has a second episode, or who knows if we're on this, what have you. I was thinking we should do like homework, like assign homework to watch like one movie. One movie, okay. I mean, I'm already doing a ton of homework with my kids. I need to have more homework, obviously, given to me. That's where I'm at right now. That I thought it's kind of like book club, right? Like here, we're not all reading a book, but here, let's watch a movie and then let's all discuss it next week. Okay. What are your thoughts on this? Go.
I like the idea. I'm doing my Janine hasn't seen, watching new movies every day. So, yeah.
Brandon, how say you?
Is the movie going to be Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
I'm going to watch
that today. Maybe we vote on that. Maybe we find out if the chat has any suggestions. Frank?
Yeah, as long as it's free. I don't want to pay for stuff.
Okay, $20
what do you have? Do you have Netflix? What do you have? Tell me the things you have.
Netflix, Amazon Prime, HBO Go, Disney Plus.
Prime Plus. Brandon, what are we doing? Brandon?
Hulu too. Hulu.
I'm not doing anything.
What are we doing? What's happening?
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's checking his chocolate sales.
Jurassic Park 3. Hey, my sister's in the chat.
It's not streaming. Hey, Melissa. Very exciting. Hi.
Yeah. That's me.
I don't think I have seen Jurassic Park 3.
Really?
Oh.
I don't think I
well, then
have.
It's a masterpiece.
It's a masterpiece. Oh my goodness.
Adelaide Spence says Stephen King's Sleepwalkers. Also have not seen that. I don't watch a lot of Stephen King. For some reason, he terrifies me in general.
For some reason, the horror writer terrifies me.
The guy who's willingly trying to scare you scares you. Yeah.
Yes.
Running Man is a Stephen King movie. Watch that.
I did see that one. I mean, I've seen a fair amount. I'm just saying. Thank you for that super chat, Brandon and Adelaide Spence. Okay, I have no suggestions. Bring it on, Dan. Streaming. Is it streaming that we can get it? Is the question.
Yeah, that's true.
It was on Netflix. I don't know if it's been removed from Netflix.
I will definitely rewatch Bring It On for the 600th time. I was like, there's some headphones that are dropping from the sky behind me. And I don't know what's happening in my life. Anyways, I had put on my Facebook that I was hoping people would put suggestions of like films that they are streaming somewhere and like what do they recommend. So far no one has responded to that, but my recommendation was Sing Street, and
I love Sing Street.
Yes.
I don't have Roku or Vudu or any of that, but it's on that right now if you have those things. But yeah, Sing Street is just so cute. I don't know. I liked that film. 2016. That was a pretty good year. It was a pretty good year. That was the year I started competing in the Schmoedown.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So long ago.
Yeah, it does seem like a long time ago. It really does.
It was. Oh man.
Now it just looks like you're in a barbershop quartet.
Yeah, it goes back far enough. Hello, my lady. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
Oh boy. Oh, gosh.
All right, so are we going with Jurassic Park 3? Is that the
I
thing?
guess.
Are we going with Bring It On? Which one are we doing?
Well, I don't, are they both available?
I can look up Just Watch.
I'll reenact it for you.
Oh, please do.
You guys know Just Watch.
Dr. Grant
right?
says that's a very bad idea. What's a bad idea?
Don't spoil it. Damn.
That's the movie.
Yeah.
We'd watched it. Okay, that's the homework done.
Bring It On is only on DirecTV and
It's a
Amazon
birdcage.
Cinemax, so that is not available. Let me check out Jurassic
As far as I'm
Park.
concerned, just as bad as the people who built this place.
Wow, Brandon.
What?
Wow.
Jurassic Park 3. Oh, we'll see. Nope.
The whole movie is Sam Neill making one-liners and then running from dinosaurs, and it's amazing.
What was the other one? It was Bring It On, Jurassic Park 3, and something else.
Sleepwalkers.
Let me
That
see.
one, yeah, I doubt that
I'm gonna
one's
check
gonna
it.
be.
I'm gonna check it. Well, you never know, right?
Let's see. What about? No, not that one. This one, no.
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 Okay.
Heavyweights.
Yes.
I've never
Is
seen
that the
it.
one?
Wait,
is
what?
that the one with Lars
Yes, it is.
That guy Lars. Everybody knows his
from
name.
very far away?
From
Sleepwalkers
very
is
far.
on Amazon or Prime. So
No, but it's
Get
not
the-
on Prime. It's on subs. Like, what is that? What is that?
Sub
Heavyweights
sandwich.
You know,
Heavyweights is on Disney Plus. So
you know, when I've been going to Subway lately, more and more often, I've been getting jalapenos on the sandwich.
Hey, that's how you do it.
Something,
oh,
something.
sure.
Yes.
Mm.
It's a veteran move, Brandon. I'm very proud of you.
Highly recommend.
Yeah. Do it all the
How
time.
much do you get?
Spicy Italian.
Oh, I mix it up.
Do
Okay.
you?
I've gotten the Italian BMT.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the
You know,
one
I
I
got
get.
the. I like tuna. I'm a big tuna guy. I get
Okay.
tuna sometimes.
That's
That's kind of sketchy for me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The
I'm not
occasion-
gonna-
No, I've never had an issue.
I'm not saying
the-
I've had an issue. I just find it sketchy that it sits where it sits all day. Like,
Yeah,
It's behind
that's
a little thing.
yeah.
Fine,
Sneeze
thing.
guard. I'm really confident
Yeah.
about the sneeze guard. Yeah.
Yeah. You get the.
A sneeze guard is only on one
meatball-
side.
the meatball
Exactly.
club. What else sometimes I like the rotisserie style chicken.
I
That's
do
really
like the rotisserie.
That one-
Yeah.
again,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's where it is. But I get the spicy Italian.
good. Get
gotta
that
go
with a
spicy
little
Italian.
honey mustard,
Okay.
maybe some hot sauce, some sriracha.
what's
know
the
what's
difference
good?
between the spicy Italian and the Italian BMT?
Probably.
knows.
Yeah, it's spicy. That's what it is.
It's
It's just
spicy.
spicy.
It's spicy
So
like the hot man, baby.
spicy. Italian BMT was that? Is that ham's on that one? I think though.
Oh
Is
yeah,
it-
they got ham on that, baby.
Yeah, spicy Italian. Spicy Italian. There is no ham. I think that's just like
This is
I don't even know,
premium
it's-
entertainment right here. We're just talking about
Italian. It's Italian meats, and that's what it is. It's just 3 kinds of Italian meats: pepperoni and capicola. I don't know, something like that. Gabagool. I don't know. It's just
Gabagool.
yeah.
You guys want to
Yeah.
watch Miss Americana?
Miss them. I've never seen it, so I could.
I've
I haven't
never
seen
even
it.
head of that movie.
What is that?
That's the Taylor Swift documentary.
Oh dear God.
I hate Taylor.
There's a reason I haven't heard about it. Then.
Wow, everyone turned so
No,
quick.
do not like at
I'll
all.
support my girl
Wow.
T
I've
Swift.
tried. I've tried to like her music, and I just can't.
It's actually
You need to
good
calm
music.
down.
It's good music. I'm
Need
not
to
gonna lie.
calm down. That was
Don't
good.
use Taylor Swift.
Well, there's got to be a
We're
documentary.
gonna have bad blood other's, Brandon.
I said that
Bad
to a
blood,
guy
come on.
once, and
You
he
guys are
yelled at
great.
me.
You guys are great. There's got to be some sort of Netflix documentary that we can all agree on. Did you guys see
Oh.
Icarus?
No.
No.
That one's pretty good, Janine.
That about the guy that flew
I've
too
not
close
seen
to the sun.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's about like doping in the Olympics and like how
Oh, yeah.
people got away with it for so long. And
Okay.
yeah, it's really good. There's that. I don't know. That's not my only recommendation, but I've already seen it. Paul Denuzzo says Jay and Silent Bob reboot, which is on Prime.
It's free on Prime, and I literally just watched it the other day.
It's $0 on Prime. It's different.
Yeah. Well,
You have to have Prime.
Yes, you already have to pay for Prime.
well. All right.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Yeah. Well, if you have Prime, you can.
Yes, you can watch it with no additional cost.
Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Warrior is another. Didn't you just saw Warrior?
I did. You do have to pay for that one. You have to pay for that. Yeah, the first time on Warrior, and it was really good. I liked it a lot.
Yeah. Did you cry?
I did. That's the spoilers at the end where he's like when he tells his brother he loves him. I was like, damn.
Yes.
Oh, God.
I was like, oh. The whole end thing, the whole sequence, man, it really got me good. It got me good.
I'm glad to hear it. I liked that movie.
That's very good.
Nick Nolte was great.
Yes.
It's really good.
So good.
Oscar nominated for that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I still gotta watch that. Was it Action Movie Anatomy they did with what's his name, Gavin O'Connor?
Yes.
So
And Anthony Tabakis.
okay, yeah, I still gotta watch that. So, but I want to.
It's great.
Very good.
They don't pay me to say that or anything.
Well.
All right. Well, let's wind this down, ladies and gentlemen. Any final
All right.
thoughts before we
Somebody
exit?
say wine.
Yes. Have you been waiting for that the whole
Oh my God.
Please tell me. Please tell me you did. All right. Well, thanks, guys, for hanging out with me.
My other sister's in here, Marilyn. Hi, Marilyn.
Aw.
Look at that.
Hi, Marilyn.
Hello.
Hi, Marilyn.
Oh, and happy
Hello.
birthday, Stephanie Banks.
Yay.
Oh, Stephanie, happy birthday to you. I was like, who? I'm like, yes, I know. I know who that is. I had dinner with her once. It was great. It was great. All right. Frank,
That's
what you
What?
got? What you got for me?
What?
sorry.
No confrontation.
What do you mean? What I got for you? I want to start up watching Boy Meets World again. To tell you the truth.
Yay!
So
All right, let's each pick one episode of Boy Meets World to watch for next week, and then we'll surprise each other which one it is.
I know which one. I'm gonna watch.
they want you to take the roles. That's so good. Oh, boy.
Can we
Oh,
do
my
that?
other sister's in here too, Lisa. Oh man.
Not be our
Oh
homework.
gosh, how many sisters do you have?
Oh, I have five. I have 5 sisters.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah. We're learning stuff tonight, folks. 5 sisters.
All right, so Boy Meets World, one episode, each of us, random.
Okay. All right.
Report back next week. Can you do it, Brandon?
I guess.
It's on Hulu.
Okay.
Right?
Disney Plus.
It's on Disney Plus. Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
But it's got to be within the first 3 seasons. How about that?
No, I don't think the one I want. Is
Oh, really? Okay. All right. Okay, well, yeah, anyone you want. Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine. I just really like the first 3 seasons. Okay.
Boy Meets World, the school that they film the exteriors for is the high school in town where I live.
Yes, we went
Hey.
there.
No. Frank.
John Adams High. John Adams
Yeah,
High.
John Adams
That's
High.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Schmoedown.
That's right.
Adjacent.
Did you want to say any final thing like, hey, find me tomorrow on the rundown? You know, here's where I'm at. All that stuff.
No, I think everybody knows, you know.
That's right,
It's
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was,
it's like, I just-
popular. It's
I
like-
feel, no, it's because all these people in here already know. It's like they know. They know. So thank you for knowing.
we don't have to
Thank
sing the song
you.
again because everybody knows.
Everybody knows your name. Cheers.
Wouldn't you like to get away?
Sometimes
I would like to get away. But I can't.
We should also sing our favorite TV sitcom theme music next time too.
Oh. Next week, Brandon. Next week.
It's Night Court?
Is that Seinfeld?
No.
Yeah.
That's almost as bad as your version of the Rundown theme.
Pluto.
Pluto. You got to get the Pluto in there. You have to get the Pluto. The great John Schnapp. Pluto.
Janine, where can everyone? Do you have anything you'd like to plug?
Oh, well, you can check out Machine Mondays every Monday on Anchor or on the Schmoedown Live website. Thanks to Frank. So thank you, Frank.
Aw.
You can find me at Janine DeBean on Twitter and Instagram.
Brandon.
Who,
Hannah.
me?
Hot man.
I am Brandon Hanna. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at BrandonHanna07. That's about it.
All right. What made you decide 07?
Because there's 6 others.
There's so many Brandon Hannas out there.
There's 6 of them, actually.
Why don't you rebrand it to Hot Man?
I think Christian would fire me if I did that.
He doesn't own your Instagram, dude.
You don't
Actually,
own me.
I sold it to him last week for a few bags of Cracker Jack and a couple of nickels.
A bag's of crack. What?
Cracker Jack.
Cracker.
Here's
What are you selling at that
Here's a
chocolate
bag of
factory?
crack, Jack.
Listen, I know what you're thinking, Brandon. Like, it's just like a snack. But I think what you're forgetting, Frank, is it also comes with a secret prize inside that's worth more than the initial value that you would think just from having a snack. You see, there's more.
Is that how you got the idea? So you got the idea for the golden ticket?
Yes.
Stole it from Cracker Jack. I knew it.
Oh, man.
Sometimes
All
you
right.
can get a Schwartz ring from the movie Spaceballs in a box of Cracker Jack.
Okay.
I'm learning so many things. Thank you.
That's a
Brandon.
5-point question.
Thank you.
It's-
I do want to say thank you to those that are in the chat. I see Danny. I feel like, do you guys ever know Romper Room growing up, or am I too old?
no, yeah, I know.
Where
yeah,
she
I know,
had like
yeah.
the mirror at the end. She was like, I see Frank and Brandon and Janine, like all the little kids that are there at Romper Room. So I see Camshaft and Danny and Gigawatt and Gilberto.
Can I just say,
and Paul and Lucas. Yeah.
whenever I see the name Camshaft, I think of that one scene in Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. It's a really weird scene in the beginning of the movie where Shia LaBeouf is talking to Megan Fox and he tells her to say camshaft over the phone.
Okay.
It's so weird. Just saying.
Oh,
So
okay.
every time I see the name, every time I see camshaft pop in there, I think of that scene because he's like, say camshaft one more time. She's like, camshaft. And he's like, yeah. It's so weird.
So Michael Bay. I
It
see
is.
Rachel and James and Patrick and Jenny and Melissa. Hey, Melissa, as we said hello to you earlier, and Lisa and Stephanie and a lot of other people. I'm probably missing some. Earlier, I saw Belford, but I guess he's gone. Shug. So, yeah, thanks for joining us. That's so nice of you. I appreciate it. I don't have places you can find me, just, here and Instagram, and that's really it.
That's it.
That's all I got.
Okay.
That's all I got. All right, so we're gonna end it there. And
I'm the only one that used their actual name. I just noticed. Everyone has their own moniker. Just Frank.
Oh, wait.
Frank. There's a machine. There's a Miss Movies. Hot Man. Frank. That's
numbers.
it. I should've.
Next time. That's numbers.
Yeah, next time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, unlike Mean Girls, you can sit with us. We will see you next time.